Well, ladies and gentlemen, over here in Ring 2, we are going to get started with your percentage Charlet show here in the junior division. Well, currently in Ring 2, we brought in Class 8A here to start out your percentage junior heifer calf division. Our judge this morning in Ring 2, Mr. Chad Breeding of Miami, Texas. And then currently in Ring 1, we are going to get started with your Speckle Park show. This will be our junior female show, Class 1, April heifers coming into the ring at this time. We're excited to welcome your judge this morning, Mr. Evan Bartley of Lincoln, Arkansas.
Well, good morning, and we're going to start off your composite Charlet show with two exceptionally good females right here. We're going to leave these heifers like they are when they came in. The gray heifer that I'm going to use to win the class, I feel like just has a little more capacity right through the center portion of her body today, a little square hip than the white heifer. Love both these heifers as far as their structural correctness. They get out and travel really well. The white heifer has a little more extension up through her front end, a little longer bodied. Heifer is going to make a really, really good yearling. Congratulations to both of you exhibitors on a nice first class entry.
Well, congratulations in a first class here in your junior percentage Charlet show. First place, go to back number 4,000. This is RCF June Legend 192L, exhibited by Hadley Nagel. Second place in that class, and congratulations went to Lislyn Elwell of Sharon, Oklahoma. We'll now look to see Class 8 8B here in your percentage junior heifer calf division.
Good morning from the Speckle Park Ring here. Real quick note to the Speckle Park Association, exhibitors and enthusiasts. Really appreciate the opportunity to be here and evaluate your juniors this morning. It's a pleasure. Juniors, great job. Regardless of how today shakes out, I want everybody to know that you guys have done a fantastic job. So with that said, we'll go ahead and talk about our first class here. We're going to start with the young lady's darker heifer here. To lead off the show here today. A heifer that comes out here and she balances up really well. She's giving the young lady some trouble out here in the ring, but that said, she comes out of that shoulder with some center body. She's got some turn to that rib and gets around the ring freely. We'll go ahead and start the class with her. Heifer here that comes in second is a heifer that's probably the higher performing heifer of the class, but maybe just gives up some of that structural integrity compared to our class winner today. Two really nice heifers to kick our show off.
Back over here in our Charlet ring, we have a single entry heifer, a really, really nice female. I love this heifer as far as her dimension she brings out here. Still very feminine, put together in a very complete package. Well deserving of a blue ribbon. It'll be nice to see this heifer when she comes back out in this first division. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations in the Speckle Park Ring, and a good way to start out our show. Class 1 April heifers first place went to back number 900. This is Brinley Sontag, and second place in congratulations went to back number 902, Mike Minchell. We'll now look to see Class 2. These are March heifers over here in the Speckle Park Ring. Back in the Charlet Ring, results of Class 8B. First place went to Madeline Bramman with MC Glitter and Diamonds. Now entering the ring is Class 8C in the percentage junior heifer calf division.
Nice pair of heifers here in the Speckle Park Ring. I'm going to go ahead and use a young lady's heifer here in front to start our class with. A heifer that comes out with just a nickel more center body. I think she has just more true mass and more dimension throughout. She's long and extended through that front third. She gets around the ring really, really nicely. She covers her track well, so we're going to go ahead and start the class with her. Young lady's heifer here to follow her up in second is a heifer you certainly have to appreciate from a style standpoint, but I think just gives up too much true dimension in that center body to get over the heifer that we're going to start the class with.
Well, congratulations in the Speckle Park ring results of Class 2 March heifer calves. First place was exhibited by back number 903, Spot Argon, and second place and congratulations went to Brindley Sonnentag. We're now going to bring in Class 3 in ring 1. These are February heifer calves.
This class of Charolais females, we really found a good one to start the class with. It wasn't any doubt in my mind when she walked in the ring where we were going to start. Really, really good heifer. Very, very good to look at from a profile. Very up-headed. Lots to this heifer. Huge center shape in this female. Gets out super well on her feet and legs. Then it gets a little closer in the next three. The young man's heifer coming in second is the most complete of the next three females. I really like the thickness she brings out here down her top and her quarter, still put together in a very attractive package and super sound on her feet and legs. A big growthy heifer coming in third right here, really laid in nice and smooth in those shoulders, like the neck shoulder junction right there, put together really good. Ever so often she gets a little weaker in her top line, breaks in her top just a little bit, doesn't have quite as much power when I get in behind her as the first two, but a super, super attractive female. The next young man's heifer is a really, really stout heifer. Lots of volume, lots of muscle, big bone, big foot. But with that, she's a little coarser shouldered, a little plainer fronted, a little tighter and rounder in her overall design. Excellent class. Congratulations to these exhibitors.
Well, congratulations in Class 8C. Over here in our junior percentage Charolais ring, first place to go to back number 4024, RJ Kyra 327L, exhibited by Sydney Sanders of Leesburg, Ohio. Second place and congratulations went to Hudson Eaton with Trust in Sally 321LET. Third place exhibited by Isaac Nowatsky. And fourth place and congratulations will go to Elijah Denham. Now in the ring is Class 8D here in your percentage junior heifer calf division.
Boy, just a really nice, elegant heifer here to start the third class of our Speckle Park show here. One that you certainly appreciate when you evaluate her from a style and balance standpoint. She gets around the ring, maintains that posture and that show presence that you like to see in a show heifer. She's there today for me. She's got plenty of center body. She's easy to look at. We look forward to seeing her later on in the show. Heifer that's going to follow her up here in second is a heifer that's truly probably the more performance-oriented heifer of the class. She gets around the ring well, maybe just gets a little tighter out of that hip, starts to push a little bit out the top of that hip and gets a little tighter in that hock and pastern than our heifer that wins the class, but a really nice heifer in her own right. Heifer here in third maybe just gets out-horsed here in this class a little bit. One that I think is maybe just a nickel greener than the two heifers ahead of her today, but a heifer that's really nice in her own right.
Well, congratulations in Class 3 over in the Speckle Park Ring. First place exhibited by Colton Polzine. Second place and congratulations went to Brindley Sonnentag. And third place will go to Molly Burns. We'll now look to see Class 4 here in Ring 1. These are January heifer calves. We'll look for 2 entries in this class.
Really nice heifer to start this class with. I like this female quite a bit. She's really nice and angular in her overall design. Lots of power, good look to this heifer. Really nice on her feet and legs. The heifer coming in second's a heifer that probably isn't fit quite as nicely as maybe the heifer that wins the class, but a heifer that's got a lot of good to her. A heifer that's got some shape, she's got some volume, she's put together in really good pieces, she's sound on her feet and legs, she's a little stronger in her top line, a little better out her hip than the heifer that's coming right behind her. The heifer behind her is a heifer that's got a lot of muscle to her, really thick top, thick when you get behind her, really blown apart through the center portion of her body, little coarser and rounder at that shoulder, a little off in her hip in comparison to the other two heifers. Wonderful female right here. Congratulations to all you exhibitors.
Well, congratulations in Class 8D over the percentage Charlotte Ring. First place exhibited by Barrett Duncan of Bonham, Texas with JMAE Miss Claudia. Second place and congratulations will go to Heidi Margarelli of Helper, Kansas. And third place and congratulations to Casey Randall. We'll now look to see your final class here in our percentage junior heifer calf division. This is Class 8E.
Nice pair of heifers here in the Speckle Park Ring. We're going to go ahead and use the darker heifer to win the class. When you start looking at these heifers from a total package standpoint, this heifer just puts it all together. She gets around the ring. She covers her track. She's got plenty of middle. She's level in her design. A heifer that you certainly appreciate when you start looking at her on a profile. Heifer here to follow her up, the lighter colored heifer, one that you appreciate from a depth of side standpoint. She's got plenty of flank and stifle in her. Maybe just gets a nickel piecier when you look at her from a design standpoint today, but two really nice heifers.
Well, congratulations in the Speckle Park Ring out of Class 4. January heifer calves first place went to back number 907. This is Brindley Sonnentag. And second place and congratulations went to Anthony Wilcox. We'll now look to see Class 5 Summer Yearling Heifers.
Very attractive female to start off the class here. When you get her out on the profile, she's really straight and strong in her top line. Very elegant up through that front end, laid in nice and neat in those shoulders. Moves around the class with more freedom and ease than any other heifer out here. Nice female, congratulations. The heifer coming in second is a heifer that you really appreciate for the length of body she has, the strength and levelness in her top line. Heifer doesn't have quite the center dimension of the heifer that wins the class, but another super sound heifer that's very attractive. The heifer following her in class is the thickest ended, heaviest muzzled heifer out here. But with that being said, she roaches up ever so slightly in her front and pounds the ground a little hard on that front end. I'd like to soften her up just a little bit on the movement. Excellent class. Congratulations to all three of you exhibitors.
Nice single entry here on the Speckle Park side. Heifers sure come out here and has the ring presence that you look for, one that you appreciate from a style standpoint. Young lady's doing a fantastic job getting her exhibited. We'll look forward to seeing this heifer later on in the show.
Well, congratulations in the Speckle Park ring. Results, Class 5 Summer Yearling Heifers. First place was exhibited by back number 908, Molly Burns. Now entering the ring will be your final class here in our Junior Speckle Park Female Show. This will be Class 6 Spring Yearling Heifers. Back in the Charlet ring, we have the results of your final class in our percentage heifer calf division. First place in Class AE exhibited by Jackson Staggs of Wayne, Oklahoma. Second place went to Collins Cooper of Yukon, Oklahoma. And third place in congratulations exhibited by Hayden Oswald. We're now going to bring those first and seconds in, and our judge, Mr. Chad Breeding, will select his champion reserve percentage junior heifer calves.
Very nice lineup of females out here in our first division in our composite Charlet show. Heifer that comes out of your first class, very, very attractive, really blown apart through the center portion of her body. The heifer's really sound on her feet and legs. Youngest heifer out here, but she's a contender. She's a really nice female. The heifer that comes out of your second class, man, this thing's put together in a super, super nice package. Got a lot of natural thickness to her. Really gives you a nice look from a profile. She's sound on her feet and legs. This young lady, as she gets older and become a yearling, is going to be really, really tough out here in this division. Your next heifer coming out of your third class, your marcher out here, is really a big, stout, growthy female. Probably the biggest heifer, biggest framed heifer out here in this overall lineup. Gives you a nice look, nice sweep to her underline. Heifer gets out and moves really well on her feet and legs. Your heifer out of your February class right here, very, very elegant looking heifer, really nice through the center portion of her body, super, super sound on her feet and legs. The heifer that comes out of your fourth class, your January heifer out here, like I said out there, she's probably not as powerful as some of these other females out here. Man, she's really good frontage, she's really up-headed. Like this heifer a lot from her profile. It's between two heifers out here in my mind. If you'll give these exhibitors a big round of applause, I'll go select them in the order I like.
Another nice pair of Speckle Park heifers to round our show out here. We're going to go ahead and use the black heifer to start this class out. One that's just put together a notch neater than the heifer that comes here in second. One that has plenty of center body. She's got turned to that rib. She's maternal in her makeup, and I think one that's going to go out and make a really nice cow for this young lady. Heifer here that's going to follow her up in second is one that's really nice from a length of side standpoint and a length of spine standpoint, but you maybe just like to see her tie her neck in a notch higher on that shoulder and lay her back in that shoulder set to make her free around the ring to get above the heifer here today.
Second place one out here, and then line up another really nice heifer put together in a really nice package, but your reserve is going to come out of Class 3. Congratulations, young lady.
Well, back on the Speckle Park Ring, congratulations. In our final class of females in your junior show, first place was exhibited by Mike Minchell, and second place, and congratulations to Hayden Thurman. We'll now bring this first and seconds in, and our judge, Mr. Evan Bartley, will be selecting his grand and reserve grand champion junior females. Back in the percentage Charlet ring, we did select our champion reserve in our first division. Congratulations, your champion percentage junior heifer calf. Back number 4010, this is JMAE Miss Claudia, exhibited by Barrett Duncan of Bonham, Texas, and reserve champion coming out of Class 8C. Congratulations went to Sydney Sanders of Leesburg, Ohio, with RJ Kyra 327L. We're now going to start your next division here in the Percentage Charlet show. There'll be one class in this division. These are senior heifer calves.
And what a nice championship lineup here on the Speckle Park Ring. Let's go ahead and give these exhibitors and all the exhibitors today a round of applause. You know, we talked them all in class, but I tell you, there's a couple of heifers out here that really pattern up similarly. They hit the ring, they've got the show calf look, they've got the style, they've got the balance, they've got the design. And I think they pattern up really well. Again, I want to reiterate to all the junior exhibitors today, regardless of how things shook out, you've all done a fantastic job. Keep it up. It's good to see the future of animal ag out here competing and trying to stay involved. So nicely done. With that said, I'm going to go out here and pick the two that I think excel for us this morning.
Back over here on the Charlet ring real quick. We have two heifers out here in this fall division, and this is the division. We're going to sort these heifers on structural correctness. I like this heifer that wins the class, the way she gets out and moves around the ring. She covers her stride really well. She's long-strided, very sound on her feet and legs. Tremendously long-bodied heifer that's got a lot to her, a lot of center of body, just put together in a really nice, complete kind of a package. A very attractive heifer is this heifer in second. Very up-petted. Really nice to look at from a profile. A little shorter bodied, a little choppier when she's getting around the move. I'd like to clean her up just a little bit in her brisket. She's getting a little more condition on her. But two super, super nice heifers, grand and reserve in this division. Congratulations to both of y'all.
Young man's heifer here that we're going to use to win the Speckle Park show. One that just captivates your attention as soon as she hits the end gate from class on. So, heifer that's really complete in her design, and I think she was really easy to find as the heifer to win this show. That said, I'm going to go ahead and pick your reserve. Young lady's heifer here that I'm going to go ahead and use as a reserve is one that patterns up really similarly to our grand champion heifer. She gets around the ring really well. She's maternal in her design, one that I think's got a long show career and a long life as a brood cow and beyond.
Well, congratulations in our Speckle Park ring. Your grand champion junior female is exhibited by Colton Polzine. And a big congratulations to the reserve grand champion junior female exhibited by Brindley Sonnentag. Again, congratulations to all of those exhibitors. A special thank you, ladies and gentlemen, here in Jim Norick. Let's put our hands together for our judge, Mr. Evan Bartley of Lincoln, Arkansas. Back over in the Charlet ring, we have the results of your senior heifer calf division. Your champion went to back number 4017. This is 3K Vanilla Cream 202, exhibited by Keller Oaks. And second place in reserve in that division will go to Claire Harton of Medill, Oklahoma, with TCC Mila 2275. Now in the ring, we've started your next division. These are percentage junior heifers. First class in the ring is class 11. Momentarily in ring one, we are going to get started with your open female show in the Speckle Park breed.
In our yearling division here, two really nice heifers. Heifer I'm going to use to win the class. There's just a little more to this heifer all the way through than the heifer in second. Well, nice shoulder on this heifer, huge center portion of body, big, thick-ended heifer, really sound on her feet and legs, can move around the ring really well. Young man's heifer coming in second. When he gets her stop, man, this thing is super, super attractive. Very up-headed, very straight and strong in her lines. Super sound on her feet and legs. It's just not as much cow power here as there in the heifer that wins the class, but I do like this female quite a bit. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations over here in the percentage Charlet ring. Results of your junior heifer division. Your champion will go to back number 4020. This is Legacy, exhibited by Belle Bennett of Knox, Indiana. And reserve champion went to back number 4019, Curtains Margie 7K, exhibited by Hudson Eaton. We'll now look to see your final division here in our junior percentage show. This will be class 12 in the senior heifer division.
In this division of yearling females out here in our composite show, we're going to leave these two heifers just like they came in the ring. Really, really complete big cow right here. Lots of volume to her, really sound on her feet and legs. Gives you a really good look, cleaning that chest for a very nice female to start off this class and division. This heifer in second's another really nice female. She's super sound on her feet and legs. She's got a lot of dimension to her. A heifer could get out and win a lot of classes out here. She just got out in a class with a really, really good one. Congratulations to you exhibitors on two nice females.
Well, congratulations in our final division here in your percentage Charlet show. Your champion senior heifer goes to back number 4021. This is RJ Kyra 216K, exhibited by Ella Weldon of Piedmont, Oklahoma. In second place in reserve in that division, go to Belle Brule 207K, exhibited by Sage Hanrahan of Okarche, Oklahoma. We'll now bring in your champion reserve division winners, and our judge, Mr. Chad Breeding, will select his grand and reserve grand champion percentage Charlet females here in the junior show.
In our Charlet Composite show, we've had a phenomenal set of females come into the ring. A heifer that wins your first division, very, very sound on her feet and legs, gives you a really good look. This thing growing up and being yearling is going to be a really, really competitive female. She's got all the right parts and pieces for a heifer of her age. She's in the right condition and the right rig right now. As this heifer matures on out, she's going to be really nice. The heifer that comes out of your second division, just a big, stout, powerful kind of a female, very up-headed, sound on her feet and legs. Structural correctness is kind of what won that division for her. Like I said, just a really sound, easy-moving kind of a female. Your third division winner right here, just a big old powerful kind of a cow. Lots of center of body to her, really up-headed, square hip, really thick when you get behind her, put together in a really nice, complete kind of a package. Then you have your heifer that wins your last division right here. Super, super elegant fronted, laid in really nice in those shoulders, probably as smooth shoulders as any heifer in this lineup, but still probably has as much power as any heifer in this lineup. Really appreciate this heifer for the condition she's in and the rig she's in. For a bred heifer that's as far along and in this shape, this is a really good one, and she's going to be your champion. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations, grand champion percentage Charlet heifer here at the Cattlemen's Congress in your junior show. Congratulations, Ella Weldon, Piedmont, Oklahoma, with RJ Kyra 216K. We'll now bring in that reserve champion, that division, exhibited by Sage Hanrahan.
Like I said, in that division, this is another really, really nice heifer right here. Like this heifer for the volume and depth and spring of ribs she brings out here to the table. But to go to the next level, we're going to go down here and grab this heifer on the far end this young man has for your reserve. She's just super, super nice.
And congratulations, Reserve Grand Champion coming out of that first division, Barrett Duncan, Bonham, Texas, with JMAE Miss Claudia. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors, ladies and gentlemen, and Jim Norick. Put your hands together for our judge, Mr. Chad Breeding.
I was raised to believe in the power of possibility, to always move forward but never forget where I came from, to value hard work, ingenuity, and hospitality. On one hand, my people are rough and rugged. On the other, refined and elegant. They taught me how to love beautiful things and cherish my past, to seek out adventure, eat well, and to have a good time. So I keep their traditions alive every place I go. They call me Oklahoma City, but you can call me the modern frontier.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, over here in Ring 1, we are getting started with your open female show here in the Speckle Park breed. We're excited to welcome your judge this morning, Mr. Brandon Callis of Minco, Oklahoma. Your first class in the ring is Class 8. These are April heifer calves.
Good morning. Really honored to be here to sort through our specs today. Really a nice class. We start with, I think, 3 cattle that all 3 got a lot of usefulness to them. And I really just break them down in terms of structure. And I think that's where this one at the head of our class kind of takes hold. She's better in her shoulder and her knee placement and the way it goes onto her body. I think her hind leg usage is just a little more appealing there as well. And then you get on top of these cattle, she's actually the most dimensional in relation to her size in terms of boldness and squareness, but yet still lays into her shoulder in a ladylike manner, still feminine enough in her head. So nice way to start off this class. A little more give and take with these next 2. The lighter colored heifer to me is just a shot deeper and hits you as more balance. I think because of that, she's really smooth in her muscle type. I like her performance. I like to just modify her in her shoulder and knee. She wants to be just a touch more awkward out of her hip and rear leg, but still a good cattle. I love the boldness and the stoutness of this heifer that comes next. She is so wide over her top and useful in that manner. Length of body still good. Just again, when we get them on the move, I like to just make her more correct, send her up a little more angular there in her shoulder and knee, and provide her with just a different foot and set to go off of that rear leg. But a good trio to get us started.
Well, congratulations over in the Speckle Park ring. Results of your first class of heifers. First place went to back number 911. This is Tina Williams. Second place, and congratulations, we'll go to Mike Minchell. And third place to Brinley Sontag. When I bring in your second class, these will be March heifer calves. Back over in the Charlet ring, we are going to get started with your Charlet Junior Heifer Show. This will be Class 1A in your Spring Heifer Calf Division.
Another nice trio of heifers here, and a little more give and take, a lot more variety amongst these three. And so you could do some different things and justify it. But I do think the one that wins, the more and more you can make the case for her. Her look, her presence out here, a little more dominant in terms of just volume and width and substance to her. And then when you park these from the side, she does give you the nice look. I like to just free her up ever so slightly. She gets a little tighter in her top, a little tighter in the way she handles her rear skeleton, but still a nice kind of a heifer. A little more give and take with these two. I love the fresh look and shape of this one that comes next. Her boldness probably pleases me just a touch better. A little more natural rib cage and stoutness to her. I want to make her more refined about her head there and maybe give her just a different front skeleton to go off of. Maybe the most comfortable moving one is the one here in third, but at the same time, she's probably the flattest and narrowest of this trio. I like to open that one up. So again, nice trio heifers.
We're here on our Charlotte side of the ring. A really nice female to lead off this class. Just put together in a very complete, nicely balanced package as far as depth of body, spring or rib, muscle correctness. Really nice shoulder on this heifer. Still very elegant through that front end. She's tight in that chest floor. Just a nice place to levitate to start the class. The heifer in second's really a stout-ended heifer. Worlds of volume in this heifer. That's kind of why she's in second. She's just a heifer that has a little more depth and spring of rib than the two directly behind her. She's a little rougher and coarser jointed and coarser made than the heifer that wins the class, but a really nice, thick-ended, complete kind of a female. The next heifer in class, tremendously growthy female. Really, really long-bodied. Just gets a little straighter on that front end, a little tighter out through the center portion of the body in comparison to the two other heifers. A lot of that has to do with her age and the length of body that she has. She just hasn't bellied down quite as much as the others. But a heifer that's got a nice future in front of her. She's up-headed. She's got a nice front end to her. The heifer that follows her in class, a little slicker-haired heifer right here, still a super, super sound heifer. Gets out and travels really well around the ring. Just doesn't have the volume today or the look up through that front end of the three above her today, but a super, super nice, productive kind of a female that'll go ahead and make a really nice cow for this young lady.
Well, congratulations back in the Speckle Park ring. Results of our March class. First place exhibited by Brindley Sonnentag. Second place also goes to Brindley Sonnentag. And third to Spot or None. Now in the ring is class 10. These are February heifers. Back in the Charlotte ring, results of the first class, the spring heifer calves. First place exhibited by Maddox Dylan Robb with AM Diamond Lily 306L. Second place and congratulations go to Heidi Mengarelli of Helper, Kansas. Third place was exhibited by Ryan Crutcher. And fourth place exhibited by Jaden Schaub. Now in ring 2, we'll look to see class 1B here in your spring heifer calf division.
Another nice class, and I think these two separate a little more just in terms of where they are and body volume and stoutness there. And then when we get these two on the move, I'm quite a bit more comfortable with the one we're going to lead off with. I think she's the best at the surface in terms of her foot shape and quality. She's the best in her shoulder and knee angle and the way it sets onto her body. She's the broodiest out here in terms of just softness and rib cage and fleshy knees. Just give you an awful nice look in that way. She's not perfect. I like to lengthen her out of her hip just a touch more for me personally. I know she's not the longest fronted, but to me it all blends with just that broody cowie makeup. Just modify her rear skeleton ever so slightly, but still an awfully high quality heifer. I love the look and presence that this one has. She's so up-headed and good and long in her spine. She's got that advantage in terms of length of hip within that pair. Just when we get them on the move, she's not as correct in her hock structure. She's just a little more rock forward in her knee and her shoulder ever so slightly. Gets a little uncoordinated in the way she goes, but still a nice kind of a heifer. I like this one here as well. Just got more to her than the one we set in behind her. She's good in her hip. She's good in her body volume. Still has some look. Maybe not quite the bone and ruggedness and stoutness we have in those two ahead of her. This is just the greenest heifer of the class. She's probably as good looking and attractive as any of them. Lays into her shoulder in the right manner. She's just a little more behind in terms of just body growth and development there, but still a nice heifer here to close that class.
Well, congratulations in the Speckle Park Ring results class 10. First place exhibited by INC Cattle Company. Second place went to Brindley Sonnentag. Third place will go to Molly Burns. And fourth place to Tina Williams. We'll now look to see class 11. This will be your final class before the division. These are January heifer calves.
A pair of heifers that really need to be on the top end of this class. I like both of these heifers quite a bit. The heifer that I'm going to use to win the class is very youthful in her appearance, very long-necked. She's a long-bodied female that's got a lot of shape through the center portion of her body. She's made right through that hip and that front end, gets out and travels really well on her feet and legs. When she first came in the ring, she's a little bit nervous and kind of choppy and kind of breaking apart and didn't really put it together. But since she's been out here, kind of calmed down a little bit. Really nice female. The heifer in second, on the other hand, looked better when she came in the ring than she does right now. She's starting to fight the halter and get a little agitated, getting a little out in her front end. She's off in her hip just a little bit in comparison to the heifer that wins the class. Really, really nice heifer, though. Really soft in her overall appearance. I love the depth of body that she has, the strength of top line, the muscle that this heifer brings. Two excellent heifers on the top end of this class, and they'll have fun all year. The heifer coming in right behind her, super, super good. Really a nice heifer. She's got a lot of future to her. Not cooperating on the lead quite as well as the others today, but a heifer that's laid in really nice and smooth in her shoulders. She's got a nice shape through the center portion of her body. A heifer is going to go ahead and mature out and make a nice cow, be very competitive for you, this young man, as he becomes a yearling. The next three heifers in line, there's all some trade-offs. The young lady's heifer is probably the thickest of the three that are left out here. A heifer that's probably getting a little coarser and a little straighter in that front end. The next heifer in class breaks a little in her top right behind her shoulders and roaches up in her loin. I'd like to soften her up in her top line. And the next heifer the young lady has, really big, thick, stout-ended kind of heifer with lots of volume. The heifer is just a little shorter necked, a little plainer fronted than the others. Excellent class. Congratulations to all you exhibitors.
Well, congratulations in Class 1B here in your Charlotte Junior Heifer Show. First place, go to back number 4036. This is RKNW Malibu Barbie 3018, exhibited by Lily Williams of Keithville, Louisiana. Second place and congratulations goes to Grace Harton of Medill, Oklahoma. Third place was exhibited by Riley Revels of Webster, Florida. Fourth place went to Jesse Hankins of Springfield, Missouri. Fifth place will go to Peyton Oliver, and sixth place to Haley Imhoff. Now entering the ring is Class 1C here in your Spring Heifer Calf Division.
Very good class, and definitely the strongest class depth-wise we've had so far. A lot of good cattle here amongst this group, and to me, these two are just a little more my speed in terms of moderation. Cattle that have some extra body shape and some doability to them, and then the difference is this one just grabs you in terms of just her look, her presence, her neck set, where it sets on her body is a little more ideal. And I think with that, oftentimes we get those kind that a little more upright in her shoulder, but she actually uses it and has some reach there. You come back to her hip levelness is still good. Again, you could modify her hind leg just a little bit. She's got a little extra set there, but I mean, that's a little thing with the balance and the silhouette that she puts together. I love the boldness and stoutness and broodiness of this one we have here in second. She reaches very proportional. A lot of things match and go with her. Maybe a little coarser about her shoulder, a little rounder off either end and relative to your class winner, but still a good quality female. Probably the most different one here is this one here in third, and it depends on where you are on her. If she's stout enough for you, if she's correct enough on her front skeleton for you, you could justify moving her up quite a bit. I love her depth. I love her length. She too is good in her neck set. Just want to roll her differently there up front, give her a shot more power from behind. Long-sided one here that's got some levelness to her upper skeleton. Just want to see her move more comfortable there at the surface. Another one here that's got the length of stride is still good, just not enough of her amongst this class. Want to see a little more volume there. But again, really good class of heifers.
Well, congratulations in your final class here in our Heifer Calf Division. First place go to back number 925, INC Cattle Company. Second place and congratulations will go to Brindley Sonnentag. Third place exhibited by Anthony Wilcox. Fourth will also go to Anthony Wilcox. And fifth place to Brindley Sonnentag. Now in the Speckle Park ring, we are going to bring those first and seconds in. Our judge, Mr. Brandon Callis, will be selecting his Grand Reserve Grand Champion heifer calves.
Got a nice, good, strong calf division here. Our first class winner, again, love her looseness, her agility, her combination of that with some extra muscle. One of the ones that's good out of her hip amongst this crew there as well. Just a nice start there. I think one that's got a nice future as you read her. If you're going to get more picky on her, really trying to get down to it, you know, you could toe her head or make her just a little more correct from knee down. But boy, so good-headed, but yet still has some power and some substance to her. One here in the second class, love to look at her on the standstill. So correct in her lines and got the right kind of blend of muscle and femininity. Just gets a little tighter. When we get her on the go, we like to relax her there just a touch. Real broody one here in the middle of the lineup, maybe as cowy as one we have out here. Really good at the ground, really awesome in terms of her body and her rib cage. Just want to lengthen her up out of her hip, maybe make her just a touch cleaner as you study her up front. You kind of find that in the one right behind her. There's no doubt about it. That's the one that's really stunning out here in terms of her look and in her color. It even kind of helps things the way all the black and white sits there and blends. And then still one from a cow value standpoint. There's chest width, there's boldness, there's some stoutness to that one still there as well. Again, you modify her hock ever so slightly, but a nice kind of a heifer. She's my favorite one out here. She'll be our champion here in this calf division. And as we roll this second place in here, again, another big-bodied, dimensional one that still has the right kind of read and proportions to make an awfully nice cow. And it's between her and probably that Class 3 winner. A little more smoothness probably in this one out of this third class. A little leveler hipped out of this one that was second in that class. You can go back and forth. I like the cowiness of this one out of Class 3. She'll be reserved.
Back over here on our Charlet side of the ring, two really stout, powerful kind of females on the top end of this class. Heifer I'm going to use to win the class is very youthful in her overall appearance. She's very up-petted, tight in her chest floor. She's got the right shape to her rib. Just put together in a really nice package. If I was going to be critical on this heifer, she's getting a little straighter on that front end. I'd like to give her a little more slope to her shoulder, just soften her up a little on those front feet, but a very nice heifer. Big, stout, growthy, powerful kind of a heifer right here in second. A little weaker in her overall top line. But, man, this heifer's got a tremendous amount of depth of body, growth, and power, and really sound on her feet and legs. The heifer coming in third is another very attractive kind of a female. Very youthful in her appearance as well. Really straight and long in her top line. Not quite as attractive up the front end of those precede her in the class. Doesn't have quite as much body through the center portion of her body. But as age and time comes, this heifer will go ahead and get it. She's got the right shape and parts and pieces. Really nice project for this young lady. The next young heifer in class, just a very nice, complete kind of a female. Little coarser shouldered, little plainer fronted, but very, very sound and structurally correct. Going to go out and make a really nice cow. Very attractive female coming in right behind her. As this heifer gets a little age and time, this heifer is going to be very competitive. She's just a little greener in her overall condition today. She hadn't bellied down quite as much as some of these other heifers. Really nice female. Big, stout heifer right behind her. Love the muscle she brings out here. A little coarser shouldered, a little rounder out that hip perhaps. Excellent class. Congratulations to all you exhibitors.
Got a nice single entry here that comes in here on ring one. Again, love her composition, where she has in terms of just her boldness, the amount of condition she has on her. It all matches and goes. Her length of body and proportions still read good. Nice single entry here on this side.
Well, to catch you up in both rings, we'll go to the Speckle Park ring first. Congratulations in our heifer calf division. Your champion exhibited by back number 925, INC Cattle Company. Reserve champion, also to INC Cattle Company, coming out of Class 10. We then brought in a single entry in Class 13, Summer Yearlings. First place in that class, back number 927, Molly Burns. Back over in the Charlet ring, results of Class 1C. First place was exhibited by Pacey McIntyre of Forgan, Oklahoma. with SC Greta 301L. Second place was exhibited by Hayden Nagel of Fountain City, Indiana, with BCR Felicia 518L. Third place in that class exhibited by Madison Ashcraft of Clinton, Oklahoma. Fourth place went to Samantha Malman of Brenham, Texas. Fifth place exhibited by Lily Williams. And sixth place went to Avery Staggs. Now over in the Charlotte ring, we have Class 1D here in your first heifer calf division, Class 1D.
Big, productive kind of a female to start off this class. Worlds of volume and depth and Springer rib to her. Still balances out really, really nice and is good up through that front end. However, coming in second and third, it's kind of tight but close between these two right here. The heifer that I'm going to use to be second right here is really, really long-bodied. I like the depth and spring of rib that she has. She's very up-headed. She's very youthful in her overall appearance. A heifer that's really long-bodied and easy-strided. The next heifer in class is a heifer that's got a lot of depth of flank to her. She balances out very nicely, really smooth up through that front end. Two really nice heifers right there in the center portion of the class. The heifer that proceeds right down here at the end of the class, a heifer that's got a lot of length of body. She's really straight and level in her top line, little coarser in her shoulder, doesn't have the depth of body or spring of rib of those above her today, but a heifer that's going to go ahead and make a really nice cow and a nice project for this young man. Congratulations to all you exhibitors.
Well, congratulations in Class 1D over here in the Charlotte ring, first place. Go to back number 4054. This is L-Man Miss Marlin 318 LET, exhibited by McKenna Hoppe of Fremont, Michigan. Second place was exhibited by Ellis Davis of Hillsboro, Ohio, with RCF Blue Pearls 9002P. Third place went to Macy Humphrey of Dixon, Illinois. And fourth place go to Duke Groschke of Resell, Texas. We'll now bring in Class 1E here in your first division.
Another really good class and a strong class here on top, and two that are kind of opposite in what they do, but I'll just be frank, when this one walks in, it's hard not to like her. That proud of her front end, and then you go to study her for all the pieces I think to make cows. Her chest width is good, her body shape is good, her muscle type is good. I think she's got some pin width to her, but yet it sits onto her in a smooth and feminine way. Her udder design looks like it's coming along nicely. And then structurally, I still think she handles herself quite well in terms of length and flexibility and correctness there. Nice beast here that leads off this class. A little more moderate here, and I don't mind that with the one here in second. Her softness is good. I love her in terms of her foot shape and the way she sets down, and it's got some cushion there to her lower joints. She gets a little plainer relative to your class winner. A little shorter, more jammed up all the way around, particularly out of her hip. If I could lift her up out of her pins and make her a little different there, that makes it even stronger of a pair to study, but a cool pair altogether. I love the structure of this black heifer here. One of the ones that's truly correct off either end in terms of flexibility and comfort of movement. She's just a shot plainer about her look up front. Maybe not quite as much of her as those two heifers that lead ahead of her, but I like her here in third just because, boy, she's built right and built fundamental in a lot of ways. Squareness and pin width probably goes to the one here behind her, and she obviously looks like maybe she's dropping a little heavier udder and a little further along. I want to change the way she handles the rear skeleton, though. Maybe she's starting to push a little more condition there up front that forces her open there up front a little more than ideal. smooth made heifer that's got some depth here. Just want to piece it all together differently. A little deeper up front, a little more out in her front skeleton, and maybe not as stout from behind. I want to almost switch that around, give her more squareness back here to make it all blend and go. But still like her neck set. I still like her pretty good in terms of structure, just in a real stout class. I didn't think she balanced up as well. This one here just gets outpowered. The length of hip and strength of lines is really good, just not quite enough cow there to run with those ones ahead of her. But a nice class, nice pair there to study up top.
Well, congratulations in your April yearling division. First place and congratulations. We'll go to Brindley Sonnentag, back number 932. Second place was exhibited by INC Cattle Company. Third place will go to Mike Minchell. Fourth place, Anthony Wilcox. Fifth place was exhibited by Julie Fabios. And sixth place to Hayden Thurman. We'll now bring those first and seconds in. Our judge will select his Chamber Reserve yearling heifers.
Back over here in our Charlet ring, really nice heifer to start this class off with. Very elegant up through that front end. She's laid in really nice and smooth in that shoulder. She's up-headed. Gives you a really nice look from a profile. I like this heifer a lot. I like the way she's put together and gets out and moves on her feet and legs. The young man's heifer in second's a really a broody kind of a female. Huge right through the center portion of her body. Not quite as pretty up through that front end, not quite as laid in, quite as neat in those shoulder areas, the heifer that wins the class, but a heifer that's plenty good in her own right. Two really powerful females on the top end. The young lady's heifer that's coming in next, when she gets her part, gives you a really, really good look. Really straight and strong in her top line. Nice underline in this female. She gets a little straighter and plainer shouldered, gets a little plainer up through that front end. I'd like to give her just a little more slope to her shoulder today, but a very attractive, up-headed kind of a female, and she does an excellent job getting this thing stuck. The kind of gold heifer coming in right behind her is a heifer that just has a little more center of body than the heifer that right behind her. She's got a little more natural thickness. I'd like to change the front end structure on this heifer just a little bit. Young man's heifer that's coming in right behind her, very, very attractive. She's laid in really smooth in her shoulder. Just gets a little more tubular in her overall shape today. Super sound on her feet and legs. Excellent class. Congratulations to you exhibitors.
Here in this division lineup on our Speckle side here, got three nice cattle and a single entry up front. Again, compositionally, I like where she is and where she was. You start to study her, maybe again, shoulder angle, you put into her just a little differently and set her knee back into her, but a neat kind of cattle still as well. And then this pair that came out of that big class, again, they couldn't be more opposite, but both of them offer a lot of quality and have a lot to go here. And the one that won that class, again, we could modify our hock structure ever so slightly to make it just that more aesthetically pleasing, but that's a killer looking one with a long hip, good body shape, got width, and I love the way she is compositionally here. We're going to keep this pair together. They'll be our grand reserve here in this division.
Well, congratulations in the Speckle Park ring. Your champion in reserve coming out of class 14. Champion exhibited by Brindley Sonnentag, and reserve champion will go to INC Cattle Company. We're now going to bring our two division champion reserves in. Our judge, Mr. Brandon Callis, will select the grand and reserve grand champion Speckle Park females. Back over in the Charlet ring, results from that last class in our spring heifer calf division. First place was exhibited by Avery Hunt of Longview, Texas, with CAH Rita. Second place was exhibited by Griffin Lewis of Morrison, Oklahoma, with Elman Princess 18L. Third place exhibited by Michaela Berg of Wellston, Oklahoma. Fourth place went to Sage Revels, and fifth place and congratulations to Rex Harrison. Now in the ring, our judge, Mr. Chad Breeding, will select his champion reserve spring heifer calves.
Boy, a nice lineup of these speckled cattle here on this side, and not often do you get to go through a calf division and again find a pair of them that've got that kind of quality, been managed and taken care of. Been taken care of there, and again the difference there, just a more look and attractiveness here, and then you come to the breads, and it's almost the same conversation there in terms of two cattle that were definitely the quality ones amongst that group, just a little more look and attractiveness here. And so our front line, it makes a lot of sense. Both these cattle you like very, very well. They complement each other pretty well there again. And so really good set of them here. It's easy to like the calves. I was real cute when I was little too, and I got bigger, and maybe I didn't keep that advantage. Well, this big heifer here, I'm sure she was neat when she was little. She's still neat here today. I'm going to use this bred to be our champion here amongst this group. Calf out at Divisions 1 is going to be reserved.
Well, congratulations, your grand champion, Speckle Park female here at the Cattlemen's Congress, coming out of our yearling division. Congratulations to Brindley Sonnentag. And reserve champion will be the junior champion. Congratulations to INC Cattle Company. We are going to go into our Speckle Park Bull Show. First class in the ring will be Class 18.
Over here in our Charlotte ring, we have our first division in our junior show here lined up. Excellent set of females out of these first 5 classes. I'm really pleased with all these females that are out here. I've talked these out here in class. There's 3 of these heifers I like quite a bit. I'm going to go out and get you a grand in reserve in this division. If you would, give these exhibitors a big round of applause.
Well, congratulations, champion our Spring Heifer Calf Division. We'll go to back number 4033, AM Diamond Lily 306L, exhibited by Maddox Dylan Robb of Kinmundy, Illinois. And congratulations, reserving that division, coming out of Class 1D, back number 4054, L-Man Miss Maryland 318 LET, exhibited by McKenna Hoppe, Fremont, Michigan. Again, congratulations to all of our exhibitors in that first division here in your Charlotte Junior Show. We're now going to bring in Class 2A. This will be the first class in our Junior Heifer Calf Division. Back over in the Speckle Park ring, first class in the ring in our bull show will be Spring Bull Calves.
Got a nice pair of bulls to kick off our bull show here, and going to leave them like they came in here and use the more moderate bull here up front. I love the way this guy pieces together in terms of his proportions. That one's got some true width and ruggedness to him, some extra shape and muscle, but boy, he keeps it smooth, he keeps it soft, he's very comfortable in his spine. I could still tweak him there just at the surface ever so slightly, but that's a good kind of bull. Got a world of quality and look to him. I like the performance and the growth of this bull we have here in second. He too has a lot of shape and a lot of expression, a lot of turn to his rib cage there as well. And I still think he's decent enough looking in terms of just his head shape and where his neck sets. We get these two on the move, though. To me, I want to change his rear skeleton, the usage of it just a touch more. He gets a little extra set to his hock and maybe not as confident and secure in the way he sets to the surface as what you find in that class winner. But again, good pair of bulls to get us started.
Well, congratulations in our first class of Speckle Park Bulls. First place will go to back number 934. This is INC Cattle Company. And second place will go to back number 935, Shelby Peacock. Now in the ring will be your final class of Speckle Park Bulls. This is class 19 Spring Bull Calves.
Lots of variation in this class right here. I'd like for the heifer that's going to win the class to get out and move a little better on her feet and legs. But with that being said, there's nothing that's really that great in their structure correctness out here. The heifer gives you a very nice look when she's on the profile. She's laid in nice on her shoulder. She's very up-headed. She's probably got the most correct rib shape right behind her shoulder, back in that from that forerib into that rear rib. Like this heifer's center portion of her body really well. The next heifer in class is big, old, massive, high volume kind of a heifer that's really deep bodied, a little tighter in that forerib, a little coarser in that shoulder, really up in that tail head. I'd like to smooth that out just a little bit. And the heifer following her is probably the thickest ended, heaviest muscled heifer in the class without a doubt. But with that being said, she's a little rounder hipped, a little rounder shouldered, and a little harder right through the center portion of her body. I'd like to soften her up just a little bit, but surely a powerful kind of a female. Excellent class. Congratulations to all you exhibitors.
Well, congratulations in Class 2A, your first class here in the Junior Heifer Calf Division. First place exhibited by back number 4064. This is BJF Grace. 3016L exhibited by Avery Coles of Hutchinson, Minnesota. Second place in congratulations will go to back number 4063. This is Elijah Dehan of Lamont, Missouri. And third place in congratulations goes to Easton Hardy. We'll now bring in Class 2B. This will be your final class in our Junior Heifer Calf Division.
Got a nice pair of big bulls here we closed with, and they're kind of opposites in what they do. And it's kind of one of those cool circumstances. As a breeder, you can kind of pick your poison, but I would say this one, just balance-wise and ruggedness, kind of comes together a touch better today as his body shape's just a little bolder and fresher. He's the thicker-ended, stouter bull when you get right in behind him, and still got a look and some presence to him there. He wants to get outside of himself ever so slightly when he goes, when you watch him go from behind, but still a nice bull. I love the extra length in this bull we have here in second. His head neck posture is put together in a very, very good looking way. His length of hip is very good. There's a lot of things that are useful on this guy in terms of skeletal correctness. I just like to open him up at that size, just give him a touch more volume, just boldness all the way through relative to that class winner. But again, good pair of bulls.
Well, congratulations over here in your final class of Speckle Park Bulls. First place was exhibited by INC Cattle Company. Second place went to Anthony Wilcox. Now bringing in those firsts and seconds, and our judge, Mr. Brandon Callis, will be selecting his grand and reserve grand champion, Speckle Park Bull. For those of you here in the Jim Norick Arena, let's put our hands together and thank Mr. Brandon Callis of Minco, Oklahoma for starting our Speckle Park Open Show.
Two really nice, interesting heifers in here in this class. So the heifer I'm going to use to win the class, when you get back and look at these two heifers, just has a little more depth and center of body right through the center portion, right through the navel area than the heifer in second. A heifer that's very up-headed. She's very straight in her lines. I like this heifer the way she gets out and moves quite a bit. The heifer in second is a heifer that's a heifer that you would call the futuristic heifer. A heifer that in the future, as she's a big bred, is going to be very, very competitive. She's got all the right parts and pieces, just hasn't quite got there yet. Super rib shape, great in her top line, super strong. Just needs to be a little softer right in that center portion of her body today, but she'll get there as she becomes a big bred like at the junior nationals in the future. Next young heifer in class, very, very eye-appealing heifer, very straight in her lines, laid in really smooth in that shoulder, just gives up a little bit in terms of overall performance in comparison to the two heifers that are on the top end of this class, but I do like this heifer quite a bit. She's very nice. Big, stout, burly kind of a heifer following her. Huge center portion to this heifer, lots of volume, a little coarser jointed, a little coarser made up through that front end, not quite as attractive as the heifer right above her, but a big burly kind of a cow. Next heifer in class, one of the thicker-ended heifers, just not put together in quite a nice a package. A little rounder hip, a little coarser and rounder shouldered, big stout female. Congratulations to all you exhibitors.
We got four bulls, but four good and useful bulls, and particularly here again on the front line of things, I think two bulls that start to take things up just a notch in terms of their quality and the way things go together. This younger bull calf, to be honest, just from this vantage point, he's probably unmatched in terms of just his muscle type, his body shape, his smoothness, and the way he puts that together. Still got the right kind of look there. Does he grow into those feet and make those changes there is my question with him. And there's just a little guesswork being a younger one. But, boy, we could sure go there today because that one is put together extremely well. This bigger bull here, probably like him better at the ground in terms of the shape of his feet, the angle of his shoulder, where his knee sets back into him. I enjoy all those things. And for a big bull, I think the condition that he's in is still very, very positive. He's still a thick-ended bull there as well. Like I talked about him in class, he gets outside of himself ever so slightly, and maybe relative to the size, maybe not that big lower body is what maybe we find in this little guy here. And so you go back and forth and give and take. Again, a lot of guesswork in this guy, but a lot of ceiling and potential. This one's it's got a lot of things going in the right way as well. To me, he's the sounder bull. He's the safer bet. Going to use the bigger bull for a grand, little guy here up front for reserve, but a nice set of bulls.
Well, congratulations. Your grand champion Speckle Park Bull here at the Cattlemen's Congress goes to INC Cattle Company, back number 937. And reserve champion coming out of Class 18, congratulations also to INC Cattle Company. Again, congrats to all of our Speckle Park exhibitors. We will start back at 11 o'clock over here in Ring 1.
Really nice set of heifers out here in this division of our Charolais show. I like all four of these heifers quite a bit. Let's put your hands together for these young exhibitors, and I'll go get you the two I like the best.
Well, congratulations, your junior heifer calf champion over here in the Charolais show. We'll go to back number 4067. That's AWR Lottie 332 LET, exhibited by Bella Wadey of Millsap, Texas. And congratulations, reserve champion coming out of the same class, going to Blakely Stelzer of Oologah, Oklahoma, with boy HSCC Laramie 334L. Again, congratulations to all of those exhibitors. We will now move into your next division here in our Charolais Junior Show. These will be senior heifer calves, looking to see Class 3A to begin with.
Really nice heifer on the top end of this class. She gets out and moves as good as any heifer in the class. She gives you a good look from a profile. She's got some turn to the center portion of her body, still really elegant up through that front end. The heifer that follows her is the most liking type and kind of the heifer that wins the class. I like this heifer for her straightness in her lines, her and Springer ribs. She doesn't travel off her feet and legs quite as free and easy as the class winner, but a very nice heifer. The next heifer in class is a very thick-ended, stout, powerful kind of a heifer. Doesn't have quite as much body as the rest of the heifers in the class, but she just moves a little freer and easier off her legs than the heifer that's right behind her. The heifer that's following her is a heifer that's very attractive up through that front end. I just like to see her get out and move a little freer and easier on her feet and legs. Congratulations to all you exhibitors.
Well, congratulations in Class 3A, first place. So go to back number 4074. This is Avery Hunt of Longview, Texas, with CAH Spirit. Second place, and congratulations to Ryan Crutcher of Fairgrove, Missouri. Third place went to Garrison Butler, and fourth place will go to Tegan Hardy. We'll now look to see Class 3B here in the Senior Heifer Calf Division.
A very nice heifer to start this class with here. Gets out and travels really, really well on her feet and legs. She's very attractive. She balances out really, really good from end to end. Just very complete in her own right. The heifer in second's another super good fronted kind of a heifer, long extended up through that neck, straight and strong in that top line. Just isn't quite as much heifer here as the one that wins the class, but a very good heifer in her own right. Congratulations to both of you exhibitors.
Well, congratulations in Class 3B. First place will go to back number 4079. This is H.Y. Grace, exhibited by Raylan Rose Unwin of Wynwood, Oklahoma. Second place, and congratulations to Corbin Hunt of Longview, Texas. We'll now see the final class here in this division. This will be Class 3 Senior Heifer Calves.
Very interesting class out here. Like all three of these heifers quite a bit. The heifer I'm going to use to win the class just doesn't on movement alone. When you get out here, this Cara can get out and move really good on her feet and legs, takes a really long stride off both ends and just glides around the ring. She's got plenty of depth and spring her rib. She gives you a nice look and plenty of thickness. Yeah, she's a little coarser shouldered perhaps than the heifer right behind her and a little tighter in that fore rib, but a really, really sound, functional kind of a heifer. You get these heifers parked and out here on this profile and look at them, man, it's really hard to fault this heifer here in second. Balances out super, super good, really strong in her top line, excellent underline to her, laid in nice in her shoulder, really tight in the top part of her shoulder, gets out and just looks wonderful when she's parked. Where I have a problem is when you get this heifer out here on the move, she's a little choppy and a little stiffer on both ends than I'd like. I'd like to just free her up just a little bit when she's getting around the ring. The heifer in third's another high-volumed, high-performing kind of a female that's really, really sound. However, when you get behind this heifer, she hawks in a little bit, plays out in her stifle just a little bit in comparison to the two right above her. Excellent class. Congratulations to you exhibitors.
Well, congratulations in our final class here in your senior heifer calf division. First place will go to back number 4082. This is Druin's Adelaide D908, exhibited by Kylan Oaks of Tologa, Oklahoma. Second place and congratulations will go to Brittany Ann Hirsch. In third place, exhibited by Emily Bergen. We're now going to bring those first and seconds in. Our judge will select his champion reserve senior heifer calves.
Nice lineup for this fall division right here. Three really, really nice, complete, sound, functional kind of a females that give you a really, really good look. There's some nick and tuck differences in here that I like, and you might like something a little different. So at this time, if you could give these exhibitors a big round of applause, I'll go select the two that I like the best.
Well, congratulations, senior heifer calf champion coming out of class 3B. Congratulations, Raylan Unwin of Wynwood, Oklahoma with HY Grace. And reserve champion coming out of class 3C, back number 4082. That was Kylan Oaks with Druin's Adelaide D908. We're now going to bring in your next class in division. This will be class 4A.
Really a nice female here out here in the summer division, an August female that's got a lot to her. She gives you a nice look. She's sound on her feet and legs, very deserving of a blue ribbon. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations in Class 4A, back number 4082. Chris Richard of Blanchard, Oklahoma, will be first place with Ankeny Miss Skajekwia K015. We're now going to bring in your next class here in this division. This will be Class 4B.
We're going to leave this class of May females just like they came in the ring. Really a nice female up here on the top end of the ring. Very up-headed and proud. Got a lot of look to her. She's still got a tremendous amount of volume and spring of ribbed right through the center portion of her body. A heifer that's tremendously thick when you get in behind her and really good on her feet and legs. The heifer that comes in second's another high-powered, high-volume kind of a female. Just a little coarser and rougher in her overall design than the heifer that wins the class. Like to smooth her up in her shoulders just a little bit. We'll fix her in her hip, in her hooks to her pins line just a little bit. But a really nice heifer in her own right. Congratulations to both you exhibitors.
Well, congratulations in Class 4B, your final class here in our intermediate division. First place in back number 4087. This is Oak Ridge Smokin' Monty 298, exhibited by Caitlin Lewis of Salem, Illinois. And second place, and congratulations, goes to Tana Grigg of Webb City, Missouri. We're now bringing in those first and seconds. Our judge will select his champion reserve here in our intermediate division.
Two really nice class winners in second place out here for this division. I like both these heifers quite a bit. There's some give and take out here. I'm going to go select one for champion, one for reserve. If you would give these exhibitors a big round of applause on two really nice summer yearling females.
Well, congratulations. Your intermediate champion goes to back number 4083. Coming out of Class 4A, that was Chris Richard with Ankeny Miss Sacagawea K015. And reserve champion intermediate coming out of Class 4B will go to Oak Ridge Smokin' Monty with Kaylin Lewis of Salem, Illinois. We'll now look to see Class 5A. These are spring yearling heifers.
Two really good heifers out here. Lots of similarities and lots of differences in these two heifers, and they're both extremely good in their own right. The heifer I'm going to use to win the class, I just like her shoulder design a little bit better. She's laid in a little smoother. She's got a little more slope. She gets out and moves a little freer and easier on that shoulder than the heifer in second. The heifer in second, I'd like to just pull her shoulders in. She gets a little out through the point of her shoulders, a little straighter on that front end. Other than that, these heifers are very good. I love the depth and spring of rib, the muscle, way both of these heifers travel off their front end. Two excellent heifers on the top end of this class. This heifer coming in third right here is a really good heifer in her own right. She's really good through that shoulder, front end area. She's really up-headed, really straight and strong in her back line, top line. Good shape to her. She moves good. She just got in here with two real buzzsaws of heifers, but that's a really good heifer out there in third. The heifer coming in right behind her, a little plainer in her overall design, but this is a high-quality female right here, ladies and gentlemen. She's got plenty of depth and shape to her rib. She's really laid in nice through her shoulders. She's going to go out and make a very productive cow in the future. Next two heifers in class are very nice, muscular kind of heifers. I just like to see both of these females get out and move a little better on their rear legs. They're just a little tender off both ends today. Congratulations to all you exhibitors.
Well, congratulations in Class 5A here in your Spring Yearling Division. First place exhibited by Emma Van Hoy with Boy Kit Kat 245K. Second place and congratulations, we'll go to back number 4094. This is AC Cricket 2207, exhibited by Alyssa Meyer. Third place went to Camden Flippo of Rush Springs, Oklahoma. Fourth place was exhibited by Riley Revels of Webster, Florida. Fifth place will go to Peyton Oliver of Alba, Texas. And sixth place will go to Michaela Mears. We're now going to bring in Class 5B here in your Spring Division.
We have three really high quality, good females out here in this class. The heifer that I'm going to use to win the class, whatever you can say about these other two heifers, there's just more of and better of in this heifer that wins the class. Tremendously high volumed heifer, really, really good through that front end. Still gets out and moves as good as any calf that we've had come in the ring today. Just a very complete kind of a female to win the class. The next two heifers are very, very good in their own right. Heifers that are sure quality to win this class out here. The young man's heifer coming right behind him. Man, this heifer was really, really complete. Good shouldered, good top line, super, super sound on her feet and legs. She just got in here with a real stinger of a female, but I like that heifer a lot. Young lady's heifer coming in right behind her. Not as pretty through that front end or shoulder as the heifer that's directly in front of her, but this, folks, is a really, really good female. She's super sound. She's good looking. Lots to her that she's doing a good job showing her. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations in our final class in that division, first place. So go to back number 4100. This is L-Man Miss Shelley, 251K, exhibited by Sarah Sullivan, Dunlap, Iowa. Second place and congratulations goes to Lincoln Dean Martin of Buckland,